Strikes left lane first shot.
Jack.
Mixer, and he'll take it. Strike for Traber. Now, here he is. 31 years old, 5'9", 170 pounds. From Lackawanna, New York. That's near Buffalo. First time as a leading qualifier.
Pretty nice opening shot. Never has been in this position before. As you just see, a nice smooth style. You can see that there's been a lot of coaching in his career. He has a good upright stance. Everything in good position, drives straight through. Not much vertical movement with his head, and goes directly to target with a solid foundation at the line.
Yeah,
Spare in the face.
Bowled for West Texas State University with former president of the PBA, Mark McDowell. He won the World Cup in Sydney, Australia, won the gold medal, the FIQ, in Bogota, Colombia in 1985.
Two-time college All-American.
Strikes 3 seconds.
Well schooled in this game of bowling.
Well, when you have the fundamentals and you start at the age of 5, as he did, and has good coaching and obviously the God-given ability, you can't do it without that, you're going to get a lot out of your game as he's going against a man who can throw his hat in the ring as one of the leading contenders for the early player of the year, Dave Traber, if he can win.
Oh,
Yes.
the Scout takes out number 10.
Well, that's the Chris Schenkel Scout, but I prefer, as a little bit of a purist bowler, is saying that was a technology strike. That ball should not strike on that hit. Sorry, folks, but it might be fun at home, but that's not the way to put the luck in the sport of pro bowling. The Scout's okay at the amateur level, but Traber has to take it. We all play by the same rules as he opens up a 10-pin lead.
Third frame. A 7.
However,
Yes,
there is
7.
reciprocity in this sport.
Yes.
He should have carried that one, so tit for tat. Now let's see how he attacks this 7-pin, especially the synthetic lanes. You need to have at least a 45-degree angle across the center of the lane to cut across the oil. That's more like it. Phil Ringener would like that shot right there. That's a good lesson to learn. We got to cross that center oil at least a 45-degree angle to get a dependable result in making the left-hand corner spares.
Important double for Jack Jurek here in the championship match. 25 to the winner, 13 to the runner-up.
Guy's a good all-around athlete, Chris. As you said, he was on a partial scholarship for college for 4 years for bowling and played baseball in high school, 300 hitter, all-conference second baseman. As you look at his grip, he used to have a shorter grip, a 3/4 grip, where he put the ball fingers almost into the second knuckle. Now he calls this a relaxed fingertip or relaxed ball grip. Uses that index finger for balance, and here he goes for 3 in a row.
And gets and leaves the 3-6-10.
Just tugged it. Gets a little anxious at the line. Doesn't want to trust the ball to right. Pulls it about a board or two left to target, the 3-6-10. And this can be a tough spare.
All right, we're nearing the halfway point of the championship match of the Tums Classic, and we'll be back. Today's Tums Classic Championship trophy is on board the Joseph Conrad, docked at Mystic Seaport Museum. Preparing now on the right approach, right lane. David Traber leading by 2.
That time a little love tap on the 10.
Well, and he was very emphatic about it. He said 2, and he got the love tap over in that right-hand corner on the 10-pin twice, and that is really the differential in the match. He has a 2-pin lead, and The key has been carrying the 10 pin and the 7 pin. We've had almost a dozen 10 pins left today, and it's basically you can hit the pocket, the ball's sliding a little bit, and every once in a while to get airborne. You can't lose contact with the lane surface. It happens every once in a while on all bowling lanes, and sometimes causes a 10. Now, Traber can open up a 12-pin lead.
So it's a 2. And speaking of 2, a replay first.
Okay, Chris, he just throws it through the break again. David being very careful not to go high and get a split. Leaves the 2-pin, gets away with an easy spare. Partner?
Well, I'm looking forward to two events coming up. The Fire Spark Plug Open, the Erie Civic Center, 4,000 maybe there. And the next week, the U.S. Open at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit. Done championship fights there, but never a bowling championship.
All right, defending champion Justin Roman, U.S. Open.
Edge Weissman out.
Nice. Keeping pace. This 31-year-old, 5'9", 170-pounder.
You can definitely throw it better than that.
A little self-inspiration. If you can throw it a little poor like that and still get a strike, you're in pretty good shape there, Jack Jurek. You can take the lead with a strike. 6 frame.
Took the tournament lead on Thursday and hung on to it. Executive producer, who joined us this week again as we look at Jerry and Eileen Jurek, Jack's mom and dad.
Boy, were they nervous before the championship round, and they're so proud of their son, win or lose. Nice, nice people.
David Traber from Woodstock, Illinois. Melissa.
Strike here, Traber retakes the lead.
There you go.
All right. Open with a double, spare, strike, spare, double. David Traber.
Close match so far, and the average winning score over 22 years, Chris, has been 27-pin differential between the winner and the loser. So for the first time in a number of years, we've had a tight championship match with it going back and forth, back and forth.
That's a 3-bagger for Jack Jurek, taking an 8-pin lead.
You know, I asked Jack before the telecast, and I've seen him bowl some and heard about him in college, and he's been around the tour some, what he feels he does best. And I loved his answer, Chris. He says, I never, ever quit.
Jack owns a pro shop in Williamsville, New York.
Pinched it. Just a little.
Yep, Jack.
And as you heard him doing his own commentary, I pinched it a little bit. That means he just squeezed it a little bit at the point of release. You want to keep that ball pressure on your hand as smooth and as consistent as possible. He tried to hit it a little too much, drifted high, left to 4.
Jack, of course, wired for sound, as we call it, with that wireless tiny mic. And you've heard him occasionally. It's up to the bowler whether he wants to use it or not. Traber chose not to. Puts him up by 3 pins with the 3-bagger.
Back and forth, back and forth. We expected some tight matches all day today. That has not come to fruition as we've had some mismatches and some high scores, with the TV championship pair yielding a 240 average after 6 games. And right now, both players are locked heads up with only a 3-pin differential, 2 frames left for the title. And remember, Jurek has never had a trip to the Brunswick Tournament of Champions.
A 10-pin.
Stubborn 10.
As usual, conducting this event, Johnny Campos, tournament director, Kevin Shippey, our coordinator, and David Schroeder.
A little different commentary from one player to the other. Dave Traber tells himself, I can't throw it any better. Obviously could have gotten a better result.
So that was a spare in the 9th frame for Traber. Spare up for Jurek. He'll be shooting in the 9th now.
What Jack Jurek has a chance to do, and he's never been in a position like this before, is throw a strike in the 9th and the first 2 strikes in the 10th and lock up Dave Traber. Shut him out sitting on the bench. See what happens.
Played its own little song, those pins down there.
Boy, you have good ears there, Chris Schenkel. I just noticed how those pins went off standing up. The old great Andy Barapapa says when you're really hitting them good, they go off standing up and they don't turn perpendicular to the lane surface. He knocked them off standing up in the 9th. He needs 2 strikes and 3 for his first title. Let's see what happens.
First one.
Now, it's pumping. Watch this reaction. You heard his voice.
I can't believe this is happening to me.
Here it comes. One shot for the title. A man with a Bachelor of Science degree in computer information knows he needs 1 strike and 3 pins to lock it up. Here it goes.
Ouch.
Now here's what that leaves. An opening for Dave Traber.
At least I didn't yank it for a change.
Giving himself a little pep talk. He said, I didn't yank it. Maybe in previous poor experiences in the clutch, he pulled the ball through the nose, looked at the scoreboard. The spare is almost a mute point. What Traber is going to need is at least 2 strikes to win the title, and then a short count. Let's see what happens with the spare. That pin doesn't mean very much, Chris. What that does is made Dave Traber need 2 strikes and 4. Remember Traber's victory in Baltimore. He stood up against Walter Ray Williams Jr. threw clutch strikes in the 10th frame to win, and then 3 strikes in the 10th to nose out Eric Forkel. Once again, he needs a strike on the next 2 balls and 5 pins for the title.
Oh.
Okay.
Here's one.
Boy, he trusted it. 42 games, 5 days. Dave Traber looking for his 3rd title. Needs 1 more strike and 5 pins.
Our cast today, 2 young bowlers, Steve Wilson, Jack Jurek, 2 veterans, David Traber, to whom you're looking, and earlier Dave D'Entremont.
Make that a strike and 4 pins. The strike is the first thing.
And Danny Weissman, of course.
It's good. Oh! That's 7. Oh.
The game is over. Jack Jurek wins. Sitting on the bench, a good shot by Traber. Doesn't get the kick on the 7. Jack Jurek.
That was a great match.
Here's a pro.
Boy.
Yes, baby.
Oof.
All right, we gotta talk now, okay?
Woo.
Man, watch the shot by Traber. Boy, he fights.
Traber likes it at this point. 5 goes sailing over. Actually, the head pin comes back and shortcuts it, clips it from behind. It doesn't take out the 7. Jurek takes the title.
That was a great match. Hope you liked it.
Okay, hugs all around. The Jurek family.